How do we stay focused and prevent wasting the hours in our day? Stay tuned to find out. We are continuing to break down our smarter goals and yearly planning, and in this session, we will be focusing on hourly planning. Hourly planning is about efficiency in your minutes to, again, redeem the time in your day and relieve stress as well. The benefit to hourly planning is that it helps carve out time in your day to get things done, especially those things that seem overwhelming. The consequences of not planning your hours is that you may spend an endless amount of time on a task that was ultimately a distraction or a waste of your time. To prevent wasting hours in our day, we're going to use the Pomodoro system. When you get a chance to tackle your to-do list items, the Pomodoro system is efficient because it breaks a half hour down into a 25-minute work chunk and a 5-minute break. Supplies needed for this video include the following: a notebook with lined paper, or you can use loose leaf. It's preferred to use a bound notebook though to keep your papers together so you don't have to go searching for them later. And then also the printout of the daily hour log. This one I've already started to fill out, but of course it will be blank when you print it out. And also a reference from the prior video, which is the daily printout sheet. Here is an example of one that is already filled out from the prior video. For information on how to fill this out, check out the prior video on daily planning. But we will be using this template as well in this video also. Also from the prior video, the tickler binder system, which has dividers labeled 1 through 31 for each day of the month. Once we finish the hourly document, it will go behind whatever day we are on. Then also, last but not least, our writing implements, our highlighters in yellow, orange, and green, or if we don't have green, yellow, and blue, a black pen, a red pen, and whiteout tape. Step 1, make a list of the major projects that you're working on. For example, here I have listed my top 5 items that I'm working on. TWWW is the Wise Women Ways page. Also working on something in real estate, another business, another 2 businesses, and then also have a different page that I'm working on as well. So those are my major projects that I'm working on. So just make a list of those. Step 2, break down the steps of each major project. So here on the Wise Woman Ways, these are the steps. I have 5 steps listed here. And just to briefly go through them, I'm going to film and edit and post all the videos from the series. There are 14 videos in the series. And then I'm going to mark it and schedule them. I'm also going to set follow-up reminders to check messages in the morning and in the evening. I'm going to also assess the first run of these videos, do the SWOT, lesson learned best practice analysis. And if you need more information on that, refer to the prior videos in this series where we talk about the SWOT, lesson learned best practice analysis. And then also I'm going to plan the strategy going forward after I assess everything. Step 3, schedule Pomodoro blocks of time for half the day. Leave the other half for unscheduled tasks. So you see I've taken the daily hours log, and from that list of major projects, I have put the major project abbreviations across the top. And you see that each corresponds under a column number. So 010, 020. I just wrote those column numbers on the side of here as well, just so that when I look back, I'll know which ones refer to which. Now, in normal times, I would say to only schedule a half a day of work for whichever task you're going to work on, leaving the other half of the day for any unscheduled tasks that may pop up. But in this case, I'm trying to get my filming done. So for the Wise Woman Ways page, I have scheduled my whole day, my entire shift of time to get this project completed. So I'm using the entire day to film. So you see 2 blocks of time, but normally I would say just do 1 block of time. That way, even if you run over, you won't run over by too much, and you probably will just do a full day as opposed to overscheduling yourself and then not having enough time to do all the things you want to do. Also, on the end of the sheet, you see PERS, which means personal. That's just a way for you to log your regular 9 to 5 work hours. So in this example, I am working my Wise Women Ways page during the daytime, and I'm just using as an example if I work nights. I used to work nights, and so I would go to work at 10 p.m. and then get off at 7 a.m. and then I would use that time during the day to actually do my other projects. So that's how you kind of block off your time as far as what you will use your time for and where. Step 4, make a list of smaller to-do items. Now, I won't go into this one too much because this was the prior video in the series on how to manage your day. If you need details on how this daily sheet should be filled out, please refer to the prior video. A quick rundown of to-do list items I have on my list. These are smaller to-do list items relative to the bigger projects that I'm doing. So that is to review my accounts, my finances. I scheduled to walk this morning, to do a daily devotional. I'm going to be helping with homework later. I have to complete a PowerPoint, finalize a speech, and get started on a book, and then post videos. So I just wrote them down in no particular order. And like I said, I won't go into the details of this one to rehash it, but in general, you put your to-do list in priority order. So you see I have priorities 1 and 2 for today. And then I highlight the priority ones in yellow first. And as I start to knock them off the list, I start to highlight the priority 2s. So you see I have 2 priority 1 items done and 2 that are highlighted, 1 priority 2 item that I've been working on throughout the day as well. And this meshes with my agenda for the day as well. So this is where I talked about the 2 blocks of time. You see from 9 to 12, I have filming. And then at 1, shutdown routine, which is basically lunchtime, take a break, and also start to shut down for the day. And then the shutdown routine for the day. And then from 2 to 5, do a second round of filming. But that's where I said just schedule. It's advisable not to schedule this much time on a normal day. It's just right now I am up against a deadline and I want to get this completed. Step 5, complete major items in 25-minute Pomodoro blocks and the smaller to-do items in 5-minute blocks. So far we've blocked off our time. We had made a list of our major projects and then broke each of those projects down into the steps that need to be completed. And then we also made a list of our smaller to-do items. So we go back to the list of steps for our major to-do items and we schedule a block of time, 25 minutes. If you can, do it at the top of the hour. So say it's 5 o'clock in the evening. Start your timer on your computer at 5 o'clock and set it for 25 minutes. And then set a second timer for 5 minutes to knock out some of these tasks. I'm going to show the screen of how to pull up the timers. Alrighty, so you have all your planning items set out, and this is the computer. We're going to go to the website Online Stopwatch. and it pulls up this. This is the full screen version. We're going to click on countdown and set the timer for 25 minutes. And at the top of the hour, right now, is showing the time as 12:52. But at the top of the hour at 1 o'clock, we're going to start this 25-minute timer. While we're waiting, we're going to open up another tab and type in that same website, and that is onlinestopwatch.com, full screen version. And in this block, we're going to type in 5. So what happens at 1 o'clock, we are going to start this 25-minute timer. It's going to tick down till the end, and it'll give us a buzzer sound. And then at that time, we're going to set the 5-minute timer. During the 25-minute time frame, we're going to work on the major list of to-do items. And then when it gets to the 5 minutes, we're going to work on the smaller to-do list item. So this is how you can work on getting multiple things done in a shorter time span. The benefit of doing it this way is that it forces you to take a break from your major project and kind of focus your mind on something else. And then you'll find when you come back to it, your mind is more clear to think. You would be very surprised at how much work you can get done when you schedule your major and your smaller tasks side by side in this way.